surface area of a three-dimensional figure is the total area of all the surfaces of the figure. To find the surface area of the cylinder, we're going to flatten it into a net so that we can better see each of its surfaces. We have two circular bases and one rectangular lateral face. To find its total surface area, let's start by finding the area of our circles. To find area of a circle, we do pi times radius squared. Our radius is 2 centimeters, so that means we have 3.14 times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4, so that means the area of our circle is going to be 3.14 times 4, which comes out to be 12 and 56 square centimeters. That's the area for one circular base. The other circular base is congruent to it, so it's going to have the same area. Rather than multiply that all out again, we're simply going to take 12 and 56 and multiply it by 2 to get 25 and 1200 square centimeters for the total area of both of our circular bases. Now we can concentrate on our rectangular lateral face. To find area of a rectangle, we do length times width. Well, this long edge is our length. If we look to see where it comes from, we can see if we took our net and folded it back up into our cylinder, our length is going to go around the edge of our base. That means our length is going to be equal to the circumference of the circle. So to find our area, we're going to have to do circumference times width. Well, if we look at where our width would fall, our width is actually the height of the cylinder. It's the distance between the bases. So to find area of our rectangle, we're actually going to have to solve for circumference times height. To solve for our circumference, we're going to do 2 pi r. 2 times pi times radius. So that means we're going to have 2 times 3.14 times my radius of 2, and then we're going to multiply that by our height of 3. Well, 2 times 3.14 is 6.28. 6.28 times 2 comes out to be 12 and 56 hundredths. So there's our circumference that we can now multiply by our height. 12 and 56 hundredths times 3 means the area of our rectangle comes out to be 37 and 68 hundredths square centimeters. Now we can concentrate on finding our total surface area. Our total surface area is going to be our two circles plus our rectangle. Well, we saw that our two circles came out to be a total of 25 and 1200 square centimeters, and our rectangle came out to be a total of 37 and 6800 square centimeters. So when we add those together, we'll get a total surface area of 62 and 8/10 square centimeters. Well, let's see if we can put that together into more of an equation. We had two circular bases, so that means we have 2 times, we're going to use big B to stand for area of the base, plus a rectangle. Well, our rectangle we saw specifically came out to be circumference times height. So we can change two circular bases plus a rectangular lateral face to be 2 times big B, area of the base, plus circumference times height. Well, we can put in more specific information for area of the base and circumference. So when we do that, area of our base is going to be 2 pi r squared. Circumference is going to be 2 pi r. So to find the surface area of any cylinder, we can do 2 pi times radius squared plus 2 times pi times radius, then multiplied by our height. Let's use our equation to find the surface area of this cylinder. First, we need to find the area of the bases. 2 of them times pi times radius squared. So that means we'll have 2 times 3.14 times the radius of 4 squared. To that, we need to add the area of our lateral face. Well, our lateral face is a rectangle whose dimensions are actually the circumference times the height. So circumference is going to be 2 times 3.14 times my radius of 4, and then multiplied by my height of 10. Let's focus on finding the area of our circles first. 2 times 3.14 times 16, which is 4 squared, comes out to give us a total of 148 hundredths square feet for our two circular bases. Then for our lateral face, the circumference 2 times 3.14 times 4 would come out to be 25 and 12 hundredths. Multiply that by 10, and we would have a total surface area of the lateral face of 251 and 2/10. So to find the total surface area of our cylinder, we would add those two parts together, and when we do, we would have a total surface area of 351 and 68 hundredths square feet.